Oh man, I be eating some food, probably well needed. I don't really know. How we doing, chat? I guess while I eat, I'll say a couple little thank yous. First off, if you're new to the stream and you happen to be enjoying your stay, hit the follow button. I'd love to see you come back. If you're not in Discord, I have a meta channel that I do not read. That's there for you guys, not for me. I don't really care. I just get on, do my thing, and have fun and roleplay. If you guys want to go there and talk about anything going on, please feel free to join. It's free and it's there for you guys. Got a dope community in there. What else? You can follow me on Twitter. That one's there too. Oh, you know what I forgot? Hey, what's up?
Hey, Flop. So, we got the shoddy guy in custody. Lucian raided him about a week ago. Do you know the details about this raid? Because we have him in the cells and he's asking questions.
He's asking questions about the raid?
Yeah, he said he didn't even know he was getting raided.
Was he not given a raid receipt?
No, he wasn't.
Okay, that's a problem that I'll talk to Lucian about. He is a cadet.
Okay.
I helped assist at the end. I didn't realize he didn't. I asked him if he needed help with any of the raid stuff, and he said, "Nah, I'm good." So I figured he was aware.
Okay.
I stayed anyway, but okay. So that I'll address with him. I know he got raided. Is there a warrant or something attached to it? He's questioning.
Yeah. There is.
What's the report?
So the raid report is 86275. And the incident that just happened is 86005. All right, we got him in cells now if you want to come down here.
Yeah. Let me, fuck it.
Because it seems like a lot of people were, everyone that we've called so far to ask about this, seems like they were all there at like the tail end. It doesn't seem like anyone was there from start to finish, which
dude, there were like 6 of us that showed up at the end.
Yeah.
And I only got a call because one of the guns that was found in the raid was a hot hunting rifle coming back to one of my scenes. So the only reason I even had involvement was that he called me about it. So I met him down at the motor pool. So I caught the very tail end. Let me come into the holding cells and see what's going on.
All right, sweet. I'm gonna dig up the warrant and see who signed it.
Yep.
So
will do.
To get more context.
Sounds good.
All right. See you in a sec.
Yep.
Bye.
While people expect you to be a police, there's something wrong with
Oi.
Here he is. Hello.
What's up?
Roman's dealing with most of this.
Hey, Chad. Another thing.
I called you, Flop, to inform me about this.
I didn't even notice.
Ask you about it.
I was in very deep thought.
So, quick one. Just to see how it reacted, I said we were going to raid him and ask for his consent. And he instantly asked for a lawyer and said bench trial. I then told him you can't bench trial a raid in that regard.
Yeah.
So maybe it is in the apartment.
Ooh.
So I'm currently trying to reach out to his legal aid.
Yeah, I might be able to get a
my internet is so fucked right now. What is going on? Chat?
He wants to,
oh God.
have a bench trial for his charges, that is.
Copcast!
Shorty is also asking for a lawyer because of this raid thing.
Well, without
They're
Lucian, he can't really contest anything.
Yep. And Lucian is
What the
in
fuck is
shit
going
too,
on?
Mainly.
Yeah, our email system is super slow today. I don't know why. Oh, that's just me.
Oh, yep, I'm experiencing that too.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think our email system's about to go down.
What's the incident report again? I'm sorry.
You're good. It is for the warrant raid. It was 86275.
And this is the one that's attached to. Okay.
This is attached to your investigative report with Tessa regarding a percher in Mount Josiah.
Yeah. So this raid did not include. I'm sorry. Hold on. What is this? Sorry.
Ooh, yes, I got the warrants up now.
Okay. Yeah, so I forget, I don't know why he raided, but I was I was on this raid. I'm so dumb. Yeah, I was actually he asked if I could be there for the raid.
Hey, you over there.
And
forgot
I
your
was
name, but
I was here for it. The only reason why I stayed and got involved was because of the hunting rifle. So I never asked him actually like what the reasoning was for the raid to like start with though.
Tell me, what's that guy look like?
Seems like something to do with the robbery of a financial.
Oh, hey guys.
Oh, is that what it was?
Not dressed well.
You know what? I
was approached on a scene after robbing a green fleeker with two others. Shoddy was puzzly ID'd.
yeah,
on
yeah. I
scene
actually
by
remember him telling me
Evo.
about this. I'm sorry.
Now,
You're
Tessa brought up the warrant.
Wait, what
Okay.
it looks like you're doing
Signed
stuff. Gotta check the warrants, man.
so. Yeah, apparently he robbed a fleeca, was seen with a gun in hand, and was seen very, very, very shortly after without the gun, but was able to be ID'd wearing the same outfit, I believe. And I think the reason for the raid was to try and recover that firearm, and uncovered a bunch more firearms in the process. So I believe that's what it was. Don't quote me on that. Obviously see what the warrant states, but I'm pretty sure that's what it was about. The issue here though is that he was not given a raid receipt, which is that is the problem. Oh boy, another one, chat. Okay, he actually has the raid receipt in a locker. He doesn't.
I'm
have...
guessing he just hasn't seen him, and he hasn't reached out emails and stuff like that. I mean,
we could just give it to him now, I guess. But
yeah, go ahead.
I mean, fuck.
We're
Alright.
part of the raid.
All right, I'll give it to him now.
Oh, you got it. Okay. I'll still have a discussion.
Yeah, it's all good.
Obviously, if you guys see like a major, I guess, more prioritized issue with this, you know, you guys can follow through with
it's
it.
a really good warrant.
Yeah.
Being written out very
Dude, what's
well.
going on with my fucking internet, man? What the hell is going
I think we're
on?
just confused, and we just
Please,
needed some
God.
context.
Not even anything downloading. What the fuck?
It was mainly just about the raid receipt.
Make sure you guys refresh again.
Like I said to Ramon, I said just if they want to challenge it, they can get a lawyer and go through that way.
Was Shoddy read his rights? I kind of want to ask him how there's no chance he didn't recognize that like shit was missing from his properties, right?
Sir, read his Miranda rights if you're talking about the situation we had with the jewelry store.
Was he the one that robbed it?
Yeah, I was part of it.
Let me go talk to him
got
about the warrant.
We got the loot.
Go for it.
Okay, awesome. Good shit. Hey, are you Shoddy?
Yeah.
Hey, what's up, brother? So, I apologize. This happened a little bit ago, so I'm just trying to clarify some stuff. What were you questioning? What was going on?
Hey, Flop,
Well-
where's my money?
Shut the hell up, Rico.
Where's
So-
my money?
Rico-
Basically, I don't even know why I got raided. First of all,
Okay, so
you know,
the reason you got raided was because you were seen leaving from a bank and then identified pretty much minutes later in the same outfit, and you were found without the firearm that you were seen and photographed with at the bank. So the raid was to recover the gun. So that's the really short 2-sentence version.
Wait, what? The gun?
Yes.
Okay. Well, if that's the case, then, you know, nobody told me I was getting raided when I was here.
Well, you weren't getting raided here. You were raided a couple days ago.
No, I mean, no, not right now. I mean, when I was in jail before they sent me up, nobody said, hey, we're going to raid you. You know, like I went to prison for like 50 months.
I mean, we're not required to tell you that we're going to raid you. We do that when you're here so that we can have a discussion about potentially having you give us verbal consent to go through your properties. But if you're not here, I mean, we can still raid you. You know what I mean? Were you, were you sent up to prison and then...
Yeah, I was sent up to prison. I got 50 months. And then you know, I got released. And then I got raided. And then, you know, like, I'm like, okay.
Let me
like,
let me go clarify a timeline real quick, and I'll be right back with you. Okay?
Get some carrot here, huh?
I just realized that this guy might have just gotten fucked.
I had to break down a first-degree robbery the other day, and the guy got charged with attempted second-degree murder, and it was less time and less fine than just getting robbery with financial.
What? What
And
the
they
frick?
literally executed someone. Yeah.
That's so stupid.
It's because
I have a
they,
question.
did they up the robbery of financial from
Yeah,
like
go
6
ahead,
to
Flop.
10K?
So, the reason why this guy's confused is while he was in the holding cells during that, was not informed that there was a raid that was going to be occurring. He was not informed of being on a hold. He was not. So apparently he was sent up and then he was raided.
Night search was requested, and a delay notice was requested as well.
Oh, okay. Well, that clears up that. Okay. Well, in that case, then
It was delayed until the raid was concluded, so he was supposed to be notified after the raid.
so he was still charged and sent off on the original charges, though, and I think that's why he's confused.
Maybe he was just stuck on a hold, and then was released from the hold and wasn't charged. That's probably what would have happened.
Well, is everything here in his warrant? That's all stuff that was found in the raid, right? Because this started from a bank, and
Yes.
so he must have been charged previously with something else. It would have had to have been the bank.
Yeah.
He then pled to the charge, got sent up, and then the raid was conducted, I think.
Mm-hmm. That's probably what would have happened. Yeah. Which.
Lucian also requested an extension for Shorty's warrant on the 7th of the 7th.
Mm-hmm.
Was 2 days ago.
10:07 a.m. and 10:07 a.m. Adelaide time.
I'm gonna ask kind of a dumb question, but typical practice, at least in my time, was we would hold people to conduct a raid in that same charge. We typically don't send someone off for charges,
Yeah.
and then in that
I
same.
mean, that's how I work too.
So, I questioned the validity of this raid. Then, technically, I mean, should this raid have even happened?
Well, if
Yeah,
they already
I mean,
charged him and sent him up to done the raid, they should only be charging for, I guess, possessions found in the raid, and that's the only really thing you
Yeah,
can charge
it-
for.
It should be. I mean, we have 60 days to charge. We don't have to charge straight away. But he
You also
should
don't
have
have
just
to
been
raid
charged
straight
with-
away. If you really
Yeah.
want, you can try and sit on it for a few days. It's kind of sussy to do it, but people have done it.
I think they've done everything right. If they have a problem with it, then they should definitely lawyer up. We're here to just issue and uphold the law. If they have problems with the law and how it's been done, then they can get a lawyer. They can take it for the courts, and a judge can decide if we fucked up or we didn't fuck up.
Okay. I mean, I guess at that point, I guess the timeline of events is that he was seen at a bank with a gun.
Mm-hmm.
He was then seen very shortly after in the same uniform, was able to be properly identified as the suspect from the bank, and was then searched without the firearm on his person.
Mm-hmm.
This was after.
Well,
sorry.
Here will give a little bit of light to it. The warrant was posted on the 1st of July and wasn't signed until the 7th. So it took a week for this warrant to even get signed.
Interesting.
No way, unless I'm just getting it mixed up with fucking American dates.
Oh, you might be.
Okay, no, it took an hour to get signed. Sorry, I got confused by the fucking month first.
I wonder if Lucian's around. Is he? He's probably not.
He's not around at this time. He's normally around shift 2.
Yes, so it was signed on the same day.
Okay. I'm trying to figure out, because I personally have never conducted a raid after someone pled to their charges. Usually that's like a, hey, just want to let you know, we don't see the firearm. We're going to go through your shit. Do you consent to the raid, or do you have a problem with it? And if they have a problem with it, then we go for, writing up the search and seizure, and we lock down their shit and we hold them until the raid is completed, and then we release them. Usually, and as far as I know, pretty much all the time, we hold people. We don't charge them and then do the raid. So I guess maybe I'm confused, because I hate to say it, I'm actually inclined to feel more understanding as to why this guy's confused.
Yeah, I think he was just failed to be notified of what was happening, because they obviously got approved for a search warrant, they got approved for the night search, and they got approved for a delayed notice. And then they had no way of reaching out to him because he probably went to sleep, or he fucking just been hiding all this time. I mean, this guy's been charged with 3 different occasions, so he's relatively new, it seems, to doing crime. So maybe there was just no reason, like no way of him being able to be contacted, which is probably what I would get. Because I've had problems before where I've raided people and then I haven't been able to give them a raid receipt or even notify them because I have no details of anything to them. Like no email, no phone number, nothing.
I've been in that boat before. So, I mean, that's something I'll talk to Lucian about. But how do we feel about the process of this conduction? Do we think that this was conducted properly?
Yeah, I mean, the warrant, the warrant itself is written out extremely well. Everything is perfect, honestly.
I think the only thing I would say is I wish there was a debrief section written there where they stated why they raided, at least like where it originally came from.
I mean, that statement of probable cause would be in the search and seizure. Lucian actually did something that I told him not to do, and I told him that
Or you could just tell me all your secrets.
My social security number. Oh, sorry.
Oh my god, it's Gates. Wow, big fan.
And I brought Percy.
Oh.
Hello.
Wow.
Oh my god, it's Percy.
You only care about
Fan.
Gates? I see how it is.
Shut the fuck up.
I don't care about either of you.
We want our case calls, so you don't have to worry about it anymore.
I got what I wanted. I don't care.
Yeah, the search says they're writing new legislation to cover
Yeah,
blow up the
good.
meth table before you make the meth.
Yeah.
All right, let me go actually do my job because I get paid like double now.
Okay, dude.
Just cook math.
Damn. All right. Like I was saying, so what Lucian did in this, which is a little confusing, because so my typical process, I like to split reports down to like the bare bone so that everything is organized. So what Lucian did here was he bumped his investigative, which was just supposed to be a simple raid receipt, up to an incident and added him in like this. Typically, I would have an investigative report for just the raid, and then I would attach that investigative report into a new incident report so that they're separate, so I could add my debrief and everything. So it looks like here he just took the raid receipt that he originally made, bumped it to an incident, and then put out the warrant just off of what was his just basic
Yeah, he
raid
should have
receipt.
done like a debrief on it. That would
Yeah.
have helped.
Yeah.
I agree. I mean, he is a cadet, and
Mhm.
honestly, I'm surprised he even got this far.
I'm actually, I mean, honestly, a couple hiccups here and there. But he did relatively well outside of that. But that would describe why there is no debrief, which doesn't excuse the fact that there should be one. But
I can tell you firsthand he's had experience as I used to work with him
oh, really?
elsewhere, yes.
Oh, nice. Yeah, I mean, I think Lucian just needs to understand the process a little bit better. But I mean, considering the fact that he did this pretty much.
Yeah, I mean, he got a lot of praise from Crane, who signed the warrant. So
Nice. That's awesome, actually. That's fantastic.
yeah, the warrant's fucking spotless.
Can't beat that.
Better than I could ever do.
Okay, so what are we gonna tell Mr. Shoddy in there? What do you think the best approach is?
Give him the raid receipt and tell him that if he thinks that we've done our job wrong, then he needs to lawyer up. He needs to go through the correct steps. He needs to get a court date posted on the docket.
Okay, I'll go let him know now and just kind of give him the rundown.
Yeah, we're here to uphold the law, not explain why we did things and how we did things. And I mean, we don't. I don't think we are ready to. I don't think us four here have the experience to be like, not experience, but like, fuck, how do I word this? I don't think we have enough knowledge to explain to him why we did this, and I don't think it's our job to explain to him
That's fair.
why
That's
we
fair.
did this. It's up to
I told him
Lucian.
the reason for the raid, and I was like, "Listen, this is the deal." And he's like, "But I was never notified." So instead of me giving him, I'm just gonna tell him. I'll just go clear this up now. I'll be 2 seconds.
Yeah. Go for it.
Hi, Chatty.
In the process, I just finished my report, so I haven't started the search.
Hey, buddy. So here's what's going on with your raid. You received the raid receipt. We don't typically need to inform you necessarily, and it would be really difficult for me to sit down with you right now and explain to you why we went through the process that we did in order to get to this point. In that raid receipt, you will have a report number attached to it. If you feel unjust to the raid,
Okay.
the best process. Whoops, sorry, I don't know. How much of that did you hear before I stopped talking? I'm sorry.
I heard
Sorry,
everything.
Okay.
He's we've only heard you say in your raid receipt.
Oh yeah.
There's your report attached.
Okay, perfect.
That's all.
So, within that, the best course of action I can explain to you is if you feel like the way in the process that we went about things was unjust, because explaining this all into finer detail would be a hour-long process. The best process, and this is where I can guide you a little bit. You can get a lawyer.
Definitely want a lawyer.
Okay, you can get a lawyer. You can discuss everything, and you guys can take it to the docket, and you guys can have a court date set up in order to, I guess, get more of an understanding as to what's going on. But the actual reason for the raid was beyond justified. I will say that much. But if you feel unjust for whatever reason, the fact that you got raided, which I'm still not understanding, how did you not realize that you got raided? Did you just
What do you
assume
mean?
that like shit was missing?
Yeah.
You just had no idea why your shit went missing?
Obviously, I go into my truck and I see a brick missing. You know, I'm gonna be like, what's going on?
Okay. Well,
You know?
you
And,
now have the raid receipt.
Delay by 7 days.
What's up?
7 days. I mean, it took you guys 7 days to, you know, give me a raid receipt.
And like said, if you feel like things were unjust, you can contact a lawyer, discuss what's going on. You can take it to the docket, get a scheduled court date, and you guys can propose your side of things in court. And I guess the officers who were involved, I was one of the people that I guess assisted with the raid, but I was unaware of I guess the context until after. But we would then show up and describe our side, and it would be up to the judge to decide if the raid was justified. Which I'm gonna be honest with you, is the actual reason for the raid was cut and dry. But if you feel unjust, then that is your prerogative to pursue the law how you see fit. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I just think, you know, certain procedures weren't followed. I mean, look at this man over there, right? They're trying to raid him, and they're asking him where's the shotgun, and they're giving him counseling, and they're saying, hey, we're gonna might raid you.
Well, he requested counseling, and I mean, you can request counseling too.
I mean, when I was here for that incident, they didn't ask me, hey, where's that gun? Or they didn't say, hey, you need a lawyer because we might raid you, or even just say, hey, we're gonna raid you. You know, they didn't tell me none of that.
And like said, I could sit here and argue like semantics and stuff with you, but you and I both know that would get us both nowhere.
Yeah.
The
No, I
easiest thing, and I'm not trying to like be short and dry with you here. I just, if you feel for whatever reason like something is not right, or you feel like our process was misleading or wrong, that is something that I would suggest you get a lawyer for, and you guys would have to take it to the docket and go from there. So
Yeah, it makes sense. We'll just go in circles here. You know.
Yeah, no, I'm not looking to do that to you, brother. So if you have any other questions at that point, I would suggest referring to your lawyer, and we can go from there.
Okay. And can I speak to them when they're done?
If you're looking for legal representation,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep, absolutely. I do have your charges ready for the current incident we had with the bank robbery. Do you still require a lawyer for that?
Hey, Percy, I don't want to interrupt you. This gentleman over here might be asking for representation. I don't want to interrupt you. I'm stepping out.
Okay.
Oh, that's flawed.
Stop
Hello?
asking him questions.
Sorry.
You
I'm
know
not asking.
better.
We were talking about something else completely irrelevant.
I thought you were the mayor, Flop.
Without being an FTO.
Oh.
He's gonna
Yep.
get a lawyer. I have a feeling this is gonna
mean,
backfire on me for whatever reason.
He can't contest a warrant. What the fuck's a lawyer gonna do? Lucian isn't here.
The only thing, I told him, I'm like, if you feel like, there's some prerogative here that did not go in favor of an understanding that you feel was justly, I said, get a lawyer, put it on a docket, get a court date, and you can contest it at that point. I said, your raid receipt is going to have a report that your lawyer can FOIA, and that will be the end of it. So I've kind of laid out the ground for him and just told him if he wants to do something, go for it. He's upset that because I didn't want to say he was right, but he did say that, hey, when I was here, no one brought up the fact that the gun was missing. No one brought up that I might get raided. No one gave me an opportunity to get legal representation. So he does feel like his rights were in some regard violated. So I do understand where he's coming from, and I just instead of fighting with him about it or trying to like justify it, I just say get a lawyer, man.
Mean, you don't technically need to tell him anything, honestly.
We don't.
We got a delayed notice. We got a search warrant. We don't need to tell him shit.
Yeah, we kind of lock and key that shit. That was yeah.
And then tell him after. Be like, hey, because that's like saying like, hey, we have a subpoena for your phone and your bank records. We're now gonna go through them all. And they're like, oh shit, and then they scramble all their taxes and fucking everything. But if you get a delayed notice, then you can peek through them all, have a look through it all, and then give them the warrant. and then they can't do anything about it or clean up or anything like that.
Yeah, I mean that's that's kind of where I'm at.
I have zero doubt in our officers' capabilities of being able to do this stuff until I hear their side. I think more cops definitely need to have that type of mindset. Always understand the other side before coming up to a conclusion. From the warrant side of things, it's clean as fuck.
Mm.
And it's fucking tight. Tessa and Crane wouldn't have signed it if it wasn't.
Yeah. That's fair. Yeah. Chad, thanks for all sticking with me today. I feel like this has just been a
remember,
complete...
criminals do lie, Flop.
Oh yeah, no, definitely. I'm not doubting it. You know what I mean? That's why I wasn't gonna fight with him about something that even I'm unaware of. All I told him was to just lawyer up, and if he's got a problem, then
very bad,
officers involved will be there at court. So.
Hey yo,
Alright,
just letting you guys know, Shorty has been very compliant with me. Been very good, no antagonistic bullshit or anything like that. I've decided after he's finished working.
Yeah, I kind of understand what he's saying. I don't think we should have pushed that raid, to be honest. I feel like that was maybe a mistake from the DOJ side too. It kind of feels like, because I didn't realize Lucian. I didn't realize the guy was already sent up for his charges. Typically, we add on to the raid. I don't think. Granted, there was a delayed notice, so the question is, since he already pled to his charges, how does that work?
For the jewelry store, 51 months.
Hey,
you
can I
can take
see
that
you?
off.
Yeah, that's what I meant for the for the.
Yeah. That's fine. I don't mind.
Are we doing sidebar?
Yeah, do you want to sidebar with Luca real quick? And I just real quick about the CSAT
let's
thing?
do that.
Okay.
So I'm not sitting at Mr. Nolan.
No, you're good. We go here.
It's okay. I got the tea about other shit. I love being a command.
Oh God, the tea is so good.
I can just self-insert myself into everything.
It's great. Hello, husband of mine that I love so very dearly and much. I've been in the MRPD for the last 7.5 hours. I have not seen the day of light. These walls are getting thinner, and I think I'm gonna crush under this fucking building at some point. I'll call you back.
Mission Row.
Okay.
It's so fun.
Oh, that plant is so what? Oh, hey, Sarge.
Hey, how
You
are
sound cooked. Holy fuck. Luke, are you good, fam?
Oh yeah, I was just staring at that plant, thinking about all
sleeping
kinds of stuff. No. I was watering the plant.
Excuse me?
I'm glad someone's taking
With
care
my water bottle from Subway.
All right. Okay.
You get. All right. Anyway,
Don't
guys,
drink the
let's-
water out of the plant. It's dirt. Anyway, yeah. Flop, Senior, you want to start us off here? Or?
Sure. You want to pull up a quick old report? 85309 incident.
Oh, the S plus boost, right? Is that
No.
85309, right?
85389. Did I say? I might have said 8 or 0. I'm sorry. It's 389.
All right. Oh God, yes. This whole fucking shit.
Yeah. So I'm gonna be blunt with you. I'm gonna rip off the band-aid with all the bad shit first.
Go for it.
And then end it good. Half the people here did not input the proper evidence, did not input proper photos, did not handle 95s properly. We don't have GSR tests on some people. We don't have radio stations from everybody except for one. We don't have a lot of shit. However, what we've been working on for literally the last 7 hours, when I called you earlier, I was still working on this with Luca and 2 other members of MCU, including Lucy and Harvey. We have been trying to read through this report, read through evidence, because this is going to the docket for DT. And we are trying to put pieces together as to proper charges for each person. So we've determined the driver, we've determined who was the accomplice, we've determined, the attempted murders. But now we've kind of hit a little bit of a crossroad because some of the evidence inputted in here is no bueno. It is not good. It is really, really bad.
Okay.
Including, we have a GSR test from one person with a photo of a gun, but that gun is not inputted in evidence. We don't have a serial on it, but we have a gun without a serial in the evidence locker. One of those individuals who took one of our 95s here that we needed to, you know, get more information on was a cadet that you had out that day. And I didn't know if you knew, maybe? No? Or was...
Hold on. She didn't have the cadet out that day.
Oh.
From what I read, you were in Air 1, and then you, I guess, at some point
okay.
landed and were assisting securing the suspects. You helped secure this guy's suspect. Zachary Johnson is the cadet.
If you want to stay for the tea, feel free. This is going to be probably the next 3 hours of my life.
Yeah, no, I was
then
with
I'm going
Johnson.
to bed.
He was handling it. I was making sure he didn't die.
Is that your husband? He's here?
Yes, he's real.
Is that...
Oh my God, Ziggy,
Hey,
you're
Ziggy,
not a
what's up?
ghost.
Hello.
What are you
Twice
not a
in
ghost? This
2 months, impressive.
This motherfucker's
God.
here. Also,
I
where?
just thought you got sick of flop shit.
What the fuck?
Sorry.
See, he gets it.
Yeah, but it's been 7.5 hours of this shit. Me and Luca.
7.5 hours of just this?
Yes.
Yeah, honestly.
What?
Dude, it has been. I mean, granted, I have also had multiple other complaints. It's been a day. It's been a day.
There's been some speed bumps.
Coke would have definitely helped speed this day up.
Oh my flop, please.
Let's say things like that.
Please.
Listen, it would have helped speed things up. Little sugar
Yeah, no
boost.
shit. Be running around like fucking headless chicken. Be
I
like,
know.
"Blah, blah, blah, blah."
I quit soda years ago.
The guy you helped secure with that cadet Sarge is Axel Drake. That's in the statement, and there's a photograph here of his possessions that were laid out or whatever. But unfortunately, the photograph isn't up close enough to get the serial off the gun. We have 4 guns in our evidence locker, 4 Browning high powers, and we have 3 of them that do have names associated with them in the evidence of the report. We have the other one, which we can assume is this one that isn't in the evidence. My question is, it's not as simple as us just adding this to the report now. I don't believe. I mean, maybe you could, but I don't think.
So
since you were involved, right? That's the only question I have.
Yeah. The articulation that we have right now is that what we do have for sure is a photo of his possessions with a Browning high power. The fact that he was GSR positive, but we don't have an actual serial number attached to the exact gun that he had in his possession. But we have 4 firearms, 3 of them coming back to 3 of our suspects. The 4th one is the one that is the question mark, not in the report. And the only question mark that we have is the photo of Axel's possessions with the firearm. So the question is, can we make the obvious assumption that this is obviously his gun, or are we kind of in a little bit of a crapshoot spot right now where we kind of just have a gun and no one to attach it to?
How do you guys see it? What do you guys what's your thought process?
I'm thinking that we came up with a decision and felt like if we make the call, this may bite us in the ass. So, hi, Sergeant.
Yeah, considering it's a docket thing, I mean, we can all just assume, right, that the one gun in there is Axel Drake's, but the fact there's no photo of the serial in the fucking report, I feel like a judge is gonna question that and be like, well, how do we know?
Yeah. The benefit that we do have is he's GSR positive and he's seen with a photo of the gun. And at this point, we may just have to, and I hate to say it, but this was Nova's case. And unfortunately, all the other possession evidence that is missing was off of Nova's 95s. So we're also working off of, and Carlson's. So we're missing we're missing some shit. But I think we should have enough to at least articulate that he shot. We just don't have his gun in the report.
I mean, yeah. I mean, you have his GSR, you have a legal firearm on him. I think you have enough that you guys can properly articulate. I mean, you guys are good at this stuff. I have no doubt you can. I will speak to Johnson about not having a photo of the serial in the photo possessions because it should be done anyway. And it can fuck things up like this. So, ugh.
Yeah,
I think you guys have enough to articulate. It's just more of a pain in the ass, really.
Yeah. There's so much missing. This was so cut and dry. We have one individual, Mr. Andino Vidal, we don't even have photos of his possessions. The only statement we have from him is that he was found on scene and drowned on the pier because he tried swimming down, but nothing about him fleeing, nothing about him being involved. He was just there and drowned. So we kind of, because this was Nova's 95, we're like, do we try
What
and
is
even
this photo?
which one?
The Andino Vidal radio shit. What is
Oh
this?
yeah, that's the radio station. I'll tell you what though, you know what's fucked up with that?
What's that?
Out of everybody who received, and this is another fuck up, out of everybody that had radios, Andino Vidal was the only one to get a proper radio in evidence, so we can't even articulate that he was involved through that. Because if we at least had a matching radio, we could use that in court. But because we only got Andino's radio, but none of his possessions, we got nothing on this motherfucker as of right now. We can't even...
So
Class 1 possession.
we have for a
Class
class 1
we do have
possession
that.
because he got arrested after he drowned, consented to a raid, and he's got possession of a firearm class 1 is the only charge that he's receiving right now because he had a gun in his fucking apartment.
Technically, wait. Technically, shouldn't he have? It should be 2 counts because he's got the one out of his apartment, and then there's another high power that's listed here that we have in our possession that's got his name on the report too. So he should have 2 counts. of
Okay,
class
so
1.